Uh, greetings YouTubers and live videoers. It's me, Wayman29. Thought I'd come on and do a video. I can't sleep. It's like 2:24 a.m. And tomorrow, I have to take my mother to my brother's house for a little birthday party for my mother. My mother is pretty old. She had my stepbrother earlier, and then she met my dad later. So my mom, I think, is 72 right now. But she's very active, and you wouldn't know it. However, my schedule and why I can spend a lot of time reading and all that ends up being where I work 2 12s, so it's 24 hours. Then I have 2 days off, two more 12s, 2 days off. Then I work 3 12s and 3 days off, and it switches. So it's kind of like a swing shift thing. I'm not going to say where I work because it might be a conflict of interest. I work in the family care industry, and we develop products for family and family household products. And I'm in the manufacturing section of that. So I really love the job. I work with some really nice team members, and it's awesome. So the schedule allows me to have more time off than my previous job did. So I'm digging into all these books that I haven't looked at for, years. Just been sitting on my shelf. So it's pretty interesting. Any rate, apart from all that, I do ceramic work. I have a bachelor's in clay and sculpture. I'm trying to put together a studio to start making some more ceramics. On live video, I have pictures posted of some of the stuff that I do. I want to get back into doing raku, so hopefully in a couple months I'll have enough money to hook my kilns back up and start making some more art pieces. Let's see, I'm pretty good at pencil drawings. I went in at first for illustration, and I got 2 years of basic an associate's degree in art. Then I went to Marywood University and finished my bachelor's in ceramics. After that, I did internship at a ceramic pottery, and then after that, my buddy says, well, why don't you come over, help me out, I need an assistant doing graphic design work. So I made junk mail for part-time for 2 years. That was really interesting. I learned graphic design programs, web animation programs, and website layout, and a little bit of Flash. So, which allowed me to be able to, when I get time, I want to put up a website on religion, and a section of that will be dedicated to not religious art, but my artwork. Not that I want to sell it. I just enjoy creating it. Maybe someday I'll try to sell it, but at any rate, let's see, I have 2 cats, Emmy and Kitty. The name Kitty is not all that original, but my wife had a previous cat named Kitty, so she ended up naming this cat Kitty. So, let's see, what else? I don't own my own house. I'm still renting. We got a really nice landlady, and we got a really good deal. I have no kids here, and we're thinking about maybe having a child later. However, I want to save up some money, and there's a lot of things that we need to do first before we have babies. So, at any rate, because of the switch in time, I end up not being able to sleep sometimes. So I'm going to be really tired going to my mom's birthday party tomorrow. I have to drive her there. My brother just had surgery on his back because he had a pinched nerve, and he went through the whole thing on rehab and all that. So I'm going to be going down there and spending some time with them, and then coming back and maybe trying to get some sleep. But I had nothing else to do, so I figured I would read and make a video telling a little bit about myself. the ceramic shop that I worked for was a lot of fun. I worked with 3 lesbian women, and I was the first male worker there who, it was all women's pottery. They did women's shows across the U.S., and so it was my job, my first year, to make thousands of purple cat tea bag holders. And they would take these little tea bag holders and sell them for a couple bucks. And it actually paid for our booth fee, which is pretty humorous. I learned a lot about, because here I was an ex-fundamentalist going into this situation. I learned a lot about women and feminism and the whole deal. And I believe that because of that experience, I can relate to women a lot better than what I used to. So, basically, any issue that I thought previously about women was totally, I don't know, it was totally revamped in a big hurry, because these were very independent, capable women, and they got the job done. It was lead follower, get out of the way with these women. So, I ended up, well, we used to have tons of fun. The one, who was my boss, more or less, at the ceramic place, we used to go boating and hiking and all kinds of fun stuff. She was very active, and she ended up showing me how to make drums out of ceramic. So they were kind of new agey kind of women. So, you know, they believed, you know, what those sections of new age belief system have. A whole range of different things, you know, a little bit of Wicca. So it was really interesting, and I'm glad I kind of had the experience. I'm not even sure if they still have their website up, but I think it was Wildflower Pottery. That was the name, and it's located in Thompson, PA. I don't know. So we started this program where we started doing raku pots, where you pull the pots out of the kiln when they're really hot, and then you put them in a combustible and you throw a lid on it to prevent oxygen from getting in there. And then the fire would burn up the combustibles and use up the oxygen, and the reduction process would cause, you know, the glazes to react. So you get really flashy glazes, and so I had a lot of fun with that. We got to experiment with different kinds of glazes, and I actually used some on sculptures. So if you go to livevideo.com under Wayman 29, I have some images there of my wheel and my kiln, and some of the stuff that I was into. So I see this video is jerking, so I'm gonna call it quits. Have a good night, YouTuber. I'm gonna try to sleep.